Hello.
Hello,
Yes,
hello.
my friend. How are you?
Yeah, hello, CP. I was watching your content, but my question is a little off the topic. I've heard that banking interest is haram in Islam. Is that true?
Well, interest is, Muhammad is trying to follow the Jews in many things, and interest is one of them, supposedly. But the Muslims, you see, what the Muslims they do. As an example, they say adultery is haram, right?
Yes.
But they allow to do called like a travel marriage, or a tourism marriage, or a student marriage. But this is adultery because you are marrying a woman for like a few weeks. You are a tourist going to Turkey. You don't want to stay alone.
Mm.
So what do? You marry and you call it tourist marriage. What does that mean? You go to a woman, you say, I am a tourist. I'm going to stay here for 2 weeks. I need a woman. I don't want to commit sin. A'udhu billah, a'udhu billah. I will pay you. Do you marry me for 2 weeks? And supposedly this is halal. So the Muslims, they always say something and they do something else. So they say that interest is not halal in Islam, but what they do other things. They name it different names. As an example, the what it's called, uh,
Riba?
the no the riba is the interest. They say the benefit of trade, the break of trade, the
Mm.
the win of trade. So the banks, they just give it different name
Mm.
to make it legal. It is the interest, but they give it
Means
different name.
they also give and take interest, but theoretically they shouldn't.
No. I mean, if this is a bank will go by Islamic law, all what they do,
Mm.
they just change the name of the interest. They don't call it
Uh,
interest no more. You know what I mean?
uh,
Yeah,
yes, yes.
like the dividend. They call, many names. There's tons of names. So they just change the name of it, and then it became halal. Just don't call it riba. Don't call it interest of borrowing money. As long as it's not an interest, it is halal. So just change the name. And this is what the
Okay, but
Muslims
why
do.
did Muhammad not permit interest? I mean, Muslims can do anything, but why did Muhammad not permit
Because he
interest?
was trying to copy the Jews.
So I think Jews take interest, but
The Jews don't take interest not because they are following their book, because they are not. You see, the Jews who did the business of interest is not the religious Jews, is the one who don't care,
hmm,
you know. And this is why actually the banks was controlled by the Jews for a long time, because during the time the Catholic Church was in control, they forbid the Christians from doing any kind of business with interest. The first one who started the bank, it was a Jew who put a bank in the street. This is the bank. It's just a chair, table in the
hmm,
street, and people they come and they borrow money from him. And because he was not a Christian, so he is not practicing against the law, because simply this was not allowed only for the Christians to do so. This is why
uh,
the major banks in the world are established early by the Jews, because the Jews, they got the opportunity of a job. Nobody can be in competition with them except them. It's like, if you go to Las Vegas, you will see many of the casinos owned by American Indian.
hmm,
Why? Because American Indian, they are people who they are native, and the government in USA, they decide to give them an exception so they don't pay tax. And because of
hmm,
that, they have, I mean, a casino business for them is very nice business because they pay no tax. So all what they need to
yeah,
do, they go like you. If you are a businessman, you want to open a casino, you go to an Indian man. You say we want to register this in your name, and you borrow the money from me supposedly, and you open a casino, and you give me etc. from
hmm,
the money you make. So uh, uh, always there is a reason for those things. However, Muhammad is just a person who copy He is not. He is a follower. He himself is a follower. He is not a founder. Muhammad, he
Well, apart from
followed.
this, what else did he copy? Huh?
He copied everything. I mean, name one thing for me in
From
Islam.
Judaism. What else did he copy from Judaism?
As an example, did you see the Muslim when they do Hajj? After they do
Yes.
Hajj, they wear a hat, correct? Small hat in their head.
Yes.
But this is a Jewish
Yes.
hat. Don't you see the Jews, the Jewish hat, the small one in their head?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
this is a Jewish hat.
Yes.
Where Muhammad he got circumcision from? From the Jews. Muhammad never circumcised. Never. He's not circumcised. Where,
And how do you prove that?
well, there's a books of history, and the Quran says, "Mutahhiruka." Allah Himself He circumcised him. Why Muhammad don't need to be circumcised? Because supposedly Allah, He is the one who did circumcision for him. You know,
Uh,
even
yes.
baptism is exist in the Quran. Baptism, you see, everything in the Quran is coming from somewhere. Muhammad is a follower. He is not a founder. The only thing he found is verses about him, about his sexuality, about his money. But most of the other rules is coming from others, either the pagan Arab or the Jews or the false cult Christians, like the Nasara, you know, etc. Everything Muhammad he have is from. So where Muhammad got the black stone? From the pagan Arab. Where he got the Kaaba? From the pagan Arab. Where he got Safa and Marwa? From the pagan Arab. Where he got the house of the Shaitan? From the pagan Arab. Everything he have. Where he got the ablution? From the Sabian. Where he got Ramadan?
I've
From
heard
the
he's also
Sabian.
copied funeral prayer from Jews.
Everything. The final prayer. You remember the example where Muhammad he got the story of the punishment of the grave from the Jews.
Yeah.
You know, all those stories Muhammad he got them from somewhere. He have nothing of his own. The only stories about from his own, like if you go here in the Quran, the Quran speak about something maybe many of you do not know. In chapter 2 verse 138, what does that mean? What is this verse saying? They ask Muhammad, how come the Sabians they do baptism? The Sabian, by the way, they do baptism. Why the Sabian they do baptism? The Sabian they learned that from John the Baptist. They claim that they are following John the Baptist.
Okay.
If you read with me, guys, do you see what it says? The baptism of Allah, you see here between two brackets, is not exist in the Quran. This is false. This is
The
in the
baptism
translation.
of Allah.
The baptism of Allah, and who can baptize better than Allah? Like what the heck? But Muhammad don't have baptism.
Yeah.
So what's happening here? How Allah do baptism, and did Muhammad do baptism?
I
Never.
don't know.
So what Muhammad he claimed when they ask him, how come you are a Sabian but you don't practice the baptism of the Sabian? He said the baptism of Allah is better than their baptism. And there is a reason for this. You see, the Sabian they live next to the river of the Euphrates and Dijla. They have a lot of water. Muhammad is a person who live in the desert. If you want to do baptism to a follower, where he would do baptism to him? The water they have is hardly enough to drink.
Hmm.
They don't have a lake. They don't have a river. They don't have a dam. There's no water. So he cannot do baptism. But yet he did not deny that he is a person who believe in baptism. Do you notice? What he
Yes,
claimed,
yes, yes.
that when somebody say Shahada, Allah baptize him in heaven.
Hmm.
So the baptism of Allah is the best baptism. I don't do baptism, Allah do baptism. But yet if we
Water
ask the
shortage.
Muslim, yeah, if we ask the Muslim where what the word baptism mean anyway, any Muslim can tell us?
Baptism in the name of whom?
You see, in the Arabic language, it says sabagha, sabagha, which mean color, color. You know, sabagha, it's
Hmm.
color. Okay, if we say color here, for sure it doesn't mean that he color you with a color. This is the word is used exactly by the Sabian for baptism. This is the term. You see, the Christian don't use this. The Christian, they in Arabic we say ammada, ammada, which means straight out, straight things out. Ammada. We don't say sabagha. Sabagha is something the Sabian they say about what they call baptism. Christian don't use that word. So Muhammad is obviously is not copying the Christian baptism here. Is talking about the Sabian baptism, for this is their terms and this is their speech. They do sibagha. They color you by the color of God. Muhammad is a founder of nothing. Allah is a name exist before him.
But
All the
how
prophets names he
how was
mentioned,
Muhammad so successful in the beginning?
he
How
was
did he
not
convince everyone?
he was not successful in anything, my friend. Muhammad, he said, if only 10 Jews believe in me, if only, I wish all the Jews will believe. He could not convince 10 Jews. You see,
So then he
the
became a
one,
warlord
let
and
me ask you, do you know who is
started
the
killing
first?
spree.
Do you know who is the one who followed Muhammad in the beginning according to Islam?
Uh, I- the first follower, I think it was Fatima.
No, the first followers is the outlaw, the robbers.
Robbers.
Yes, let me show you. I will find the hadith. However, the Islamic books prove that the first followers of Muhammad are the outlaw, the robbers, the one who used to attack the the people who do Hajj. Let me see. Hold on, I will find it.
No problem.
Uh, which means thieves, the pirate, you know, the
Yes,
one
yes.
who the one who do piracy for. Actually, you will find this in my coming book. You know, uh, read carefully with me. This is the Muslim translation, guys. This is the Muslim translation. Please read and laugh.
Which is
Look,
false.
look what they say to Muhammad. Uh, etc. Say to the Prophet, nobody gave you the pledge of alliance but the robbers of the pilgrims. Do you see it?
Yes, yes.
I.e. those who used to rob the pilgrims. Do you see it?
Yes, of course I see.
So who is the follower of Muhammad?
Robbers,
Robbers.
thieves,
Did Muhammad say no?
pirates.
No, read carefully. Did Muhammad say no? No. Muhammad did not say no, they are not. Look what he said. He agreed. And now you will see that those robbers are not only a group of people, they are a tribe of robbers, which means this is what they do for living. They are thieves. They are the trashy society of the Arab. You see, they are like this is a tribe of this is what they do. Like, if you go in certain areas, I don't want to put people down, but just to give you an example, if you go in India, there's people who they do haircut. Is that correct? Like
Yes.
the whole tribe do haircut, the whole tribe do dishes, the whole tribe they do
Mm.
copper work, the whole tribe they do farming, the whole tribe. So here a tribe who do nothing, they don't do anything for living, for living except attacking and robbing.
Yeah.
And look what the story is saying. The guy, he said to him, nobody give you a pledge of allegiance but the robbers of the pilgrims, i.e. those who rob the pilgrims from the tribes of Islam, Ghafir, etc., etc. And then Ibn Abi Yaqub, this guy, the reporter says, the Prophet said, don't you think the tribe of Islam and Ghafir and Muzayna are and also perhaps Juhayna are better? He just said they are robbers. He just told him that, you know. So Muhammad, he says, don't you
Yeah.
think they are better? Why they are better? Because they follow him. He didn't say they are not robbers. He didn't say to him, and look what this guy said to him, nobody gave you, nobody except the robbers. Muhammad did not say you are a liar. That's not true. They are good people. He says, but don't you think they are better than the other tribes? Which means he agreed that yes, they are criminals, but for him, they are better than the other one. Imagine, he said, they are better than Bani Tamim. Bani Tamim are very well-known tribe of the Arab, famous one.
Mm.
Bani Amir, Bani Asad, Bani Ghatafan, all those the big names of the tribes. Muhammad, he said they are better than them. Why they are better than them? Because those the tribe of the first,
They following.
they follow Muhammad, and the tribe of the good ones, they did not follow Muhammad. So suddenly the good one became bad. So those are bad, the one in blue. Why they are bad? But they are not robbers. Those are honorable people. Those are the tribe of the robbers. Why they are better?
And and Muhammad himself used to rob caravans, right?
And this is why they join him, my friend, because they found it an opportunity. He agree, they agree with his life of style, and he agree with their life of style. You know,
Mm.
so it's an opportunity. Now we can attack, and we are not thieves. We are Muslims. You know what I mean? We can attack, we can steal, we can rape, we can take women, but now we are good. We are following a prophet. It's not, we are not a bunch of gang anymore. We are good ones. If you wanna imagine Muhammad, imagine the pirate of the Caribbean in the ship,
Mhm.
and Muhammad is captain. What his name? Jack Sparrow.
Jack Sparrow.
Yeah, that is Muhammad. He is Jack Sparrow with the golden teeth, and he have a long hair, as the Muslim they describe him. He take a shower once a year. He is full of lies, and he have no dignity. He promised something, he do something, he make an oath, he break it tomorrow. He make a promise, he don't care for the promise. That is Muhammad. His followers are nothing but a bunch of thieves. And imagine this is written in their books. Okay, hold on. What do you expect the Muslim to say after we show them this hadith? What do you think? What they will say?
It's out of context.
No, they
That's
will
the best
say they
response they
no,
have.
no, it's weak. Come on, you forgot?
Uh,
Come on, man.
it's weak, yeah.
You know better. It's weak, but this is Sahih al-Bukhari, and nowhere it says weak. Do you see there anywhere it says weak? No. But
No.
right away, if you show it to a Muslim, you say to you, oh, this is the weekend, he did not eat very good food. There's no proof of it. What do you mean there is no proof? There's tons of reference here. Huh?
They said not every hadith from Sahih al-Bukhari is considered Sahih. Some are Hasan, some are Sahih, while
My
others
friend,
are Da'if,
Hassan is accepted. Weak is accepted.
reliable.
Yeah. And this one does not say it's not. You see, when it does not say Sahih, it's mean for sure it is Sahih. There's no need to mention it is Sahih or not. You know,
Yeah, I get it.
the word Sahih is something added later. You know, the book doesn't have that. The book itself does not have. That's why it's called the book of Sahih Bukhari, which means everything is inside considered Sahih. There's no need for the author to say this one is Sahih. You know what I mean? If I say to
Yes,
you,
yes, yes.
I am going to have a book, have all the correct hadith, and then I say each one of them next to it, I say this is correct. You just told me this is the whole book is correct. So why you want to add there? So those things they added later, you know.
So
But
for 1400 years, they filtered out every filth from the collection, right? And now they got
since
this
the
book
beginning,
called Sahih
okay,
al-Bukhari.
my friend, the Quran filter itself. Don't you remember when the Quran says that Allah he said he will cause Muhammad to forget the Quran?
Yeah,
Isn't it this is filtering? Why in the world God he made Quran and he promised to reserve the Quran, then he promised to make you forget the Quran. So why you send the Quran if you want us to forget the Quran? Or what happened when the Muslim they speak the Quran have abrogation, it is just a filtration. As an
they
example,
also
hold on,
name
hold
it
on,
as progressive revelation.
hold on. When the Quran says a verse like this, about the punishment of murder, chapter 2 verse 178, it says here, oh who you believe in the law of equality is prescribed to you in the case of murder, that the free for the free, slave for the slave, women for the women. How in the hell somebody claim to be a prophet and he says such a stupid thing? So if I am a free, I kill a free, I will be killed. If I am a free, I kill a slave, you kill my slave. If I am a man, you kill my women, I kill your women, you kill my women. That is not justice, this is a stupidity. And if you ask the Muslims, is this verse is practiced now? They will say no, it's abrogated. What does that mean? It's
So why is it
filtered.
even in the Quran?
It is filtered. It's filtered. Muhammad, he noticed later that the people are laughing at him about this stupid verse. So what he decided to do? He decided to abrogate the verse, to fix it. This is what abrogation in Islam mean. Otherwise, Allah, he made a judgment about in the case of murder. I mean, do you need to change it later? Why?
Hmm.
How we can approve a punishment for murder 2 weeks before and then we change it 2 weeks after? That's mean Muhammad he found that this is stupid and people they start laughing at him, so he said to himself, okay, I receive a better verse from this. This is why the verse in the Quran here says that any of our verses we abrogate or cause to be forgotten, but we substitute something better or similar. How in the world God he makes something better than his Quran? Allah make Quran better than his Quran? And if you want to make similar, what? How is stupid to say similar? Because similar, there's no need to destroy the first one. Then it's similar.
Yeah, of course.
Imagine I break your TV. I take your TV, I throw it. You have a Sony TV, huh? 40-inch.
Hmm.
I take it, throw it from the window. You say, why you did that? He said, I'm going to bring you similar TV, Sony 40-inch. Well, why you want to do that then? If you are going to bring me 46-inch, you will bring me 55-inch. Okay, no problem. But you want to bring me something similar? So what the point?
So why did you even break it?
Because simply Muhammad trying to get rid of embarrassing verses. Where we can find the verses of women suckling of an adult? We cannot find it.
And breastfeeding.
Yeah.
Sunan Ibn Majah, I guess.
Yeah, but we cannot find it in the Quran. This is a verse in the Quran.
Yeah.
So the Quran have verses of suckling for a man 10 times. And we have verses abrogate the first verses of 10 times to 5 times. But now we cannot find the 10 time, we cannot find the 5 time.
Yeah, they're all
Why?
gone.
Because somebody did filtering for the Quran to make it look better, because this is very embarrassing. A Muslim woman, she is going to give her breast to a guy and he is going to 10 time. And the funny, Allah, you see, the Quran says Allah will cause us to forget the verses, but obviously we did not, because here we go, we're talking about it, and the Muslim they talk about it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
When he say we abrogate them, but we know them. When he say we cause you to forget them, but we remember them. The Muslims they filter, Muhammad he filter, everybody filter, whoever, Uthman he came, he filter all the Quran. Then Ibn Ishaq, when he wrote the Sirah of Muhammad, the biography of Muhammad, he said from the beginning, I'm going to filter all the things which is not suitable for the Prophet. So God knows how much is gone.
There are a lot of filth left even after filtering.
Yeah, but this is now after filtering is stupid and funny. But imagine if we have all things before filtering.
The original text, yeah.
Yeah, you know.
So progressive revelation is nothing but a lie forged by Muslims in order to defend Muhammad's imbecilic teachings, right?
All Islam is is something went through many. You see, let me describe to you what Islam is. Have you ever seen a manufacturer that do let us say seafood?
Yeah.
Okay. The fisherman, he got the fish. Then he bring it to the shore. In the shore, there's a guy who buy it from the fisherman. And then this guy, he put it in the freezer. Then the guy, second day, either he said to buyer who want to buy directly, or he said to a company who do business of fish production. You say it to the company right away they wash it, they clean it, and they prepare it to be preserved, and they put it inside a plastic case and they suck the air, blah blah blah. This is Islam. Islam went through a lot of a processing, and in every process somebody takes something out of the fish. So at the end they try their best to deliver to you what is supposedly the best of the fish. The stomach, the belly, the poo-poo, all is taken off. The skin, the cover,
there's a lot of left.
everything is dirty, disgusting. The fish tastes good, right? But all of us, we know if you clean a fish inside your house, all your house will smell bad.
Yeah.
But the fish tastes very good, but fish smell bad. So Muslims, through the processing, they try to make Islam taste like a fish, trying to get rid of all the bad smell, whatever is inside the belly, all the stupidity, all the worms, all the dirt, because the fish eat everything. So they try to clean it and make it look nice as a fish, delicious and good to eat. All right,
I get it. Are there verses from Umar in the Quran?
Verses, yeah. Well, Umar, he said, my God, I agree with me in 3. And some other hadith says Allah agree with him in 10. Some other hadith says Allah agreeing with him 7. However, Allah agree with Umar. Umar is God. You know, Umar is God, and Muhammad he agree with many people. You see, there's a book, it's called Asbab al-Nuzul, which means the reason for the verses to come down. Do you remember the hadith where it says that the Prophet he forbid people from going around the Kaaba naked?
No, I don't.
Well, The Arab used to go around the Kaaba naked even after Muhammad he took over the Kaaba. Now the Muslims control the Kaaba. Why Muhammad don't forbid the Arab from going around the Kaaba naked? What happened? There was a woman. She go around the Kaaba naked, and Muhammad he liked her. He wanted to marry her. He wanted to have her another way. When she walked naked, she was singing, "This is what is exposed of it, and I made lawful none of it," which mean, yes, I'm walking naked, but I don't want any man to sleep with me. All right. So she is walking totally naked, having no clothes, and Muhammad he was watching the scene. He liked it. All right. So he wanted to have her, but now how he can have a woman? She is going to walk naked next year and the year after and the year after. You know, she do that every
Yeah.
year. She is good looking. She's beautiful. So Muhammad wanna have her. Muhammad he did not forbid people walking naked around the Kaaba all the time. Muhammad never spoke against walking around the Kaaba naked all the time he claimed to be a prophet. You will not find anywhere in the Quran Muhammad saying, why you walk naked? Shouldn't we find a verse in the Quran speaking about such a shameful behavior?
Of course.
Do you know, guys, what I mean? People in the chat, do you know what I mean? Imagine if let us compare a story about the temple of God in Christianity and the temple of God in Islam. The Kaaba is the most holy place for the Muslims. The temple is a holy place for the Jews. Jesus, when he saw people buying and selling in the Kaaba, in the temple, what he did? He went inside the temple and
He
he flipped their
overthrew the
tables. He kicked
tables.
them out just for buying and selling. There, nobody is going naked. Nobody is going naked. Muhammad, he spent most of his life, 60 years of his life. He brought all the Quran. Allah sent him all the verses in the Quran. And never mentioned once not to go around the Kaaba naked. Any Muslim can
He
explain to
was
us?
obsessed with sex.
Huh?
Much of his life went into sex.
No, but I'm saying, why Muhammad never mentioned something against this all his life?
He was not a prophet.
Why Allah don't see it? There's a guy, his name is Ahmed Ma, wanna debate me? Ahmed, are you there? Who is the Muslim wanna call me? Hang up, please, my friend. Let us see if a
Okay.
Muslim wanna call.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, my friend. Thank you for calling. Who is the Muslim trying to call? Who is the Muslim? Like, there's somebody wanna call? Ahmed Ma, how are you, Ahmed Ma? Are you of those who go around the Kaaba naked, or you wear something? Until now, actually, the Muslims, they were around the Kaaba wearing no clothes. No clothes. Look how Abraham he ran away. He's talking about unseen demon. My friend, what unseen demon? Your prophet, according to your prophet, he was controlled by the by shaitan. And you Muslim don't believe in demon. Since when you Muslim believe in demon? Demon is a belief in Christianity, not in Islam. You Muslim believe in genie in the ball. Do we have any Muslim wanna call? Anyone? Yes, Hunter. What do you have? What do you have? You wanna call me, Hunter? Don't tell me you are asking if you can go and do a naked walk around the Kaaba now. Any Muslim? DK Dawa, I will call you, my friend. Give me your name in Skype. I will call you. Hey, Mustafa. Mr. DK Dawa, what about you? Give me your name in Skype and I am willing to call you. Is that fair, guys? I will call you. If you speak to the majority, you also address the minority. I answered that already, my friend. First of all, what is the proof in the Quran that there is a majority of angels versus minority of genie? That's stupid. Show me the reference. The Quran says there's angels and there's jinn. Shaitan, Iblis is one of the jinns, which means there's many of them. Where they got that this is a majority and minority? Zakir Naik was counting them. He was there. I mean, this is stupid. You know what I mean? Quran doesn't say there's majority and there's minority. Show me the reference. Show me the reference. Same time, when the Quran speak always to men in the Quran, the Muslim will ask them why Islam allowed you to marry more than one wife. You say because there's more women than men. So why Allah don't speak to the majority as females? Why the Quran speak always to men when the majority are females? You know what I mean? Are you getting my point, Hunter? Who is the majority according to Muslims in the society? Women. So why Allah in the Quran keeps saying speaking to the believers as men? Shouldn't he speak to them as females because the majority are females? Even in the heaven, the majority are females, but yet still Allah in the Quran speak to the majority, speak to the people of heaven as male. That's why he promised them virgin who have nobody touch their private part. The logic of Muslims not only weak, cannot stand in its feet. Cannot stand. All right. Yeah, this Myanmar, he is a kid. He's sending me a video, stupid video. Do we have any Muslim wanna give me a call? Who is a Muslim wanna call? What is the majority of population according to Muslims in this earth? They will say women. This is what they will say. They will say Islam when Allah he allowed men to marry more than one woman because many women they cannot find a husband. So the majority are women. So why Allah don't speak to the believers are female? Arabic is very sensitive language. Which mean it's easy to make a definition between male and female. Not like in English. Like in English you say you. It can be you as a female. It can be you as a male. It can be you as a group. In Arabic we don't have this. Males have words. Female have words. One person have a word. Two person have a word. Three person have a word. More than three have a word. So there is no way to play games. But because the Muslims they are desperate to find a solution, so Allah was speaking to the majority. Same time, my friend, the idiot there, he described something very funny. He said the majority there was angels. That can be happen in the Arabic grammar if we are from the same kind. To make it simple for you, he said if there is only one girl is there, the girl is a human at the end. Do you know what I mean? So if I say all a human, there is no way I mean dogs. Is that correct? Do you understand me? Even the rules of majority have nothing to do what they are talking about, because the angels are nothing to do with the genies, are two different kind of creation. It's not about gender here. We are not talking about male and female. We are talking about two different creation. One is made from fire, the other one is made from light. We are not talking about male and female. So the rule he is talking about is a stupid rule, have nothing to do with our topic. It's only about male and female. Was the genie a female angel? They don't have a brain. They don't have a brain. And by the way, when it's come to Arabic, we the Arabic Christians, we are the best to speak Arabic. Go and see what it's called, the poet of Al-Mu'allaqat. 5 poetry written by 5 Arabic Christians, the best of the history of Arabia. Not only that, do you know who is the first hero in the Arabian history? His name is Antara. Do you know who's Antara? He is a Christian. However, those Christians, they did not live around Muhammad. Around Muhammad, there is only Nasara. But the point of the Arabic Christians are very well known. They are the best. Even Muhammad, when he suspect about himself being a prophet, Allah said to him, go and ask the Christians and the Jews. So the Muslims cannot teach us Arabic. The best of Arabic writing in the world are Christians. The best of the poetry in the world in the old ages and today are Arabic Christians. Go right now and search for Salim al-Khoury as an example. Just for him. Look. I can read some of their poetry. The poetry of the Christians is in the Quran. Do you remember the verses where it says, you know, that the moon is split and the judgment day is near? This is Arabic Christian poetry. Anyway, if you have my book, who of you have my books? Who have my book, The Deception of Allah and Quran and Science? Open it. You will find a lot of Arab Christians poetry is in the Quran. All the references there. This book have nothing of itself. This is just a fraud. I can show you tons of reference about Muhammad stealing verses, teaching, all it's you know, he stole it simply from either the Bible, the Old Testament, the New Testament, you name it. It is simply the biggest fraud ever. It is stupid, but it's working until now. But it's working by the sword, and that sword will not, you know, it's the days of the sword is gone. It's not going to work. And this internet thing destroy everything. You see, if I show you right now in YouTube, who is the one is listening to me, you will not believe it. Number 2 country in the world listen to me is Indonesia. Indonesia, the biggest Islamic country in the world. Number 1 country is USA. Number 2 is Indonesia. Old days is over. There is no Islam, there is no Muslims, there is nothing. It's a joke. Do we have any Muslim would like to call us?